Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my humble opinion classroom. Now in this video, we'll be talking about how Christopher Columbus allegedly discovered America. When I say America in this context, I'm talking about the North and the South. That is from Canada down to Brazil and Argentina, the whole of the American continent itself. Now in the 15th century, European nations were sponsoring their like pirates or explorers from their country or any country to find a way to India because of number one, the East was a trade route hub. That is, they called it the Silk Route. When I silk is SILK. Number two, the access to the Southeast Asia. That's number three. Then control of the Indian Ocean. Because of these three importance, because of these three things, because it was a trade route hub, because anybody wanted to go to India would automatically have access to Southeast Asia, and it will also have control of the Indian Ocean. This was the reason why European powers, which is Spain, England, France, they were sponsoring explorations to that east. Now the east was the Eastern Highway, Seaway I mean, was full of pirates. Let's call them pirates. It was full of pirates, so it was not really safe, because if you wanted to go to India, you have to follow the east, which was a very dangerous place because of pirates. Now in 1492, a man called Christopher Columbus was sponsored by the government of Spain, or the monarch of Spain, to find an alternative route to India. Now instead of following the east, he followed the west. That is, he took the other side. He followed the west, and then he arrived at a certain island, of which he dropped. He saw the inhabitants, that they looked like Indians. Now these people that looked like Indians, he thought he had discovered Indians, but they are Amerindians. They are people we call the Amerindians. They are the real owners of America, the native Indians, or the Amerindians. Now when he saw them, he just concluded that he has found Indians, that these are Indians. Then he sent word back to Spain that they should start their occupation. They should bring in people to exploit his newfound land. Now, who were these Amerindians? Amerindians, also known as Native Americans or Indigenous Americans, are the native people of the America. They comprise of various ethnic groups with each distinct cultures, language, and histories. Notable Native America are number one, the Aztecs. These people are usually found in, not usually, they are found in Mexico. And then we have the Mayans, which are found in also Mexico, Guatemala, and Belize. Then we have the Incas, which are found in Peru. And then we have the Iroquois, which are found in North America, which is the present-day Canada and United States. Now, what was the impact of this colonization? Number one, it brought about devastating diseases. Number two, there was a lot of violence, displacement, and enslavement of the Native Americans. Number three, there was what they call forced assimilation and cultural suppression. That is, they imposed their culture on the Native Americans, and there was a lot of loss of land and resources. Now, this America, who was it named after? It was named after a man called Amerigo Vespucci. That was his name, Amerigo Vespucci. It will appear on your screen now. He was a friend, I think a friend to Christopher Columbus, but he had some kind of influence. America was named after him. The name America was named after Amerigo Vespucci. It was named after him. Christopher Columbus now just concluded that he was the one that discovered America. Meanwhile, America was there since. And who developed this American continent? Who developed America? America was developed by, number one, condemned prisoners from Europe. Number two, black slaves from Africa. Because the Native Americans themselves could not make them to work, because they knew the land more than them. They could not force them to work because they were always running away. That's how they had to bring black slaves from Africa, and then they brought condemned prisoners from America. That's why when you go to some of these Caribbean islands, you see cultures that are closely related to the ones in Africa. Some of them, when they trace every black person in the Caribbean, in America, in Brazil, if you trace their history, it's coming back to Africa. But either it's a Nigerian or a, a Congolese or a Rwand, but it's always traced back. And everything they do, their culture is very similar to Africa. Very similar. You go to you see the culture exactly the same thing, and they have never been to Africa. That's the problem. That's the controversy there. That's to show you that there is close linkage, very close linkage. So that's it. That's why Christopher Columbus would say he discovered America. But me, with the research I've done, I know, and I would argue anyway comfortable that he did not discover America. He just found an island which he believed he found in. The America was there. Those guys were there before he came, centuries before he came. But they were able to suppress them because they had higher gunpowder. They had a stronger firepower and gunpowder, so they were able to suppress the native Indians. That's it on my humble opinion class. I hope you learned something. This Christopher Columbus started this journey in 1492. Don't forget 1492. And in 1776, America was declared independence. They had the Declaration of Independence. That's like how many years? Less than 300 years after. So that's it on my humble opinion classroom today. I hope you learned something.